Hi, this is Amy from Paper and Spool, and I'm back with day 6 of my December daily. And this is again being done in advance on the 5th because tomorrow I'm actually at work from 9:30 in the morning till 9 at night. And so I have 3 Thursdays like this throughout the month of December, so I've had to do some creative planning on how to deal with it in the album because I do like the daily aspect of it. So my solution is either going to be to do it the day before or to do it the day after. And so today you see me doing it the day before. So I started out with this little pocket. It's the 3x6 on the bottom and the 2x3 on the top from Ali Edwards' shop. And I already had taken this photo of the Playmobil Nativity set quite a while ago. I believe in November sometime. And I just made up my journaling in Photoshop here on a 3x6 canvas so that I can put it on the back. And I'm gonna just chop that bottom close and leave a little bit of room at the top so that I can get a sticker up there. And this is not at all even because I am cropping right on top of my thing here. So that's not the best. I wouldn't advise it. So I'm going to put this one in the back, and I've got a little bit of paint on my fingers, and I'll talk about that in just a second because I've gone very artsy craftsy for this one, even though I have hardly any time to do this today. So I've got here, it says, this Playmobil Nativity set has been on my wish list for a long time. I wanted to get one for Max this year, and when I went looking, it wasn't available on the Playmobil website. So I checked around on eBay and found a steal of a deal. $16.99, just missing the crash. And so I bought it, and then, I kid you not, it arrived in the mail, and the next day I found one in our local Winners for $24.99 with the crush. And I will be honest and say that I didn't include the Wiseman, which have always been a separate purchase, so the one that I bought on eBay did include the Wiseman. So because it ended up being kind of a funny story, I was looking at this chipboard here. This is from the main kit, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I might have to double check. But it's from the main kit as far as I'm aware. And there's this kind of like beigey one that says this story in white. And so I'm going to add that here to my journaling. And then I will tuck them back into the pocket. Now, I didn't like the 6 that I had laid down for the story, which was just the main kit 6, the little white in the kind of typewriter-y font that is part of the kit this year. I felt that it didn't have enough weight to it. And so what I did instead, I must have tried like, I think at least 8 or 9 different 6s to finally find one that I like. And this one is really old. It is from a set of chipboard numbers that I bought at my local scrapbooking store so many years ago. And it was just pages upon pages of numbers in this really nice little font. And it had adhesive on the back, but it's so old that I wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't stick. But I'm trying it here. So I wanted more of the big graphic punch for this one. And so we'll see if that stays down. I've gently pressed it on here and it's staying so far. So far so good. Now along the edge of this one, I'm just going to attach some black pom-pom trim, and we'll see. I'm just going to glue gun it. I have no other way, better way that I know of to do this. So I'm just going to use the glue gun here. And I'm just going to go in small sections because I want to have time to put that trim on without the glue totally drying up. Like I was trying to say, there might be a better way to do this. I'm not aware of one, and I've used glue gun like this on trims in my albums in the past, and I have no problems with it, so I'm sure it's fine. And part of the reason that I'm going so dark on the embellishments for this one is because the photo is so bright and colorful, and so I don't want to take away from that. It's got plenty going on its own. and I don't need to add a bunch of colorful embellishments. And then I'm just going to cut this here. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I tend towards this kind of busy, fun style. And this for me is kind of sort of plain. It doesn't have a whole lot going on. One thing that I might do is add a little bit of stars in here. Okay, so I've got here my, oh dear, I moved them now. Here they are. I've got some little stars. These are from the Paisley Press kit, not this year, I think last year or the year before. And one of the things that I love about this set in particular is that it has some gold, some blue, and some black. So it just gets that really graphic pop in there with the black, I feel. And so I'm just gonna put a few in the top, and I'm actually probably going to put a few in the bottom as well. I should have done this before I put it back into the rings, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put some adhesive on the back of that 6. It's actually just, it's not that it didn't have adhesive, it's just that the adhesive is probably so old and that's why it's not sticking. I hate when a random grab doesn't get you enough of the colors that you want. Oh no, there goes that 6 totally. Okay, so before I go further, I'm just gonna reattach that. And I've totally lost my red line tape here. So we'll go with some rolling adhesive. Okay. I'm not really worried about the ones in the bottom of the pocket because they're not going to make it all the way up to the top here. But I am going to close this top one. And I had mentioned the other day that I didn't get out my fuse tool to close that other pocket. I just used clear Scotch tape. And so I'll do the same thing here. I maybe should have done it when I didn't have such dirty fingers, but there we go. Okay, now I am looking for just a little bit of a sentiment, and I'm going to take this puffy heart here from the, again from the main kit that says Noel, and I'm going to put it down at the bottom for that 3rd hit of black there. So I've got on the back, oh, a little star crept onto the back. I'll have to fish that guy out. So I've got the stars, this story, the journaling, and then that little pom-pom trim. And that's all I'm going to be doing for day 6. Most of my days so far have been pretty elaborate and kind of big splashy pages. And for this one, I want to keep it a little bit more simple. So I'm just going to leave it there and call that good. So there you have it, day 6. Hope to see you back on Friday. I won't be uploading my day 7 video early on Friday. It'll likely be a little bit later in the day. So I'll hope to see you then. Bye.